You right, because I already know. People don't really even in this social media space we in, Brother Black, and you know this for a fact. Most of the time the views that get the most clicks and likes is the effery and foolishness, as you call it. I can tell you that from my perspective by the content I create. None of the good stuff I create gets the views, but lo and behold, if it's some beef like this LeBron Stephen A stuff, everybody in their mama running to watch it. And that brings us to this, and this is a great segue to what I want to ask you. Let's talk about before we get out of here. And a good brother in a sports group, I have to give him credit for this statement because I 100% agree with him. In your opinion, Brother Black, is sports topics and sports debate shows, are they just as toxic as politics?
Absolutely.
Would you
Absolutely.
say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Expound on that.
I agree, because this is where I said Kyrie word had some merit. Now, he was pointing it at two specific individuals, but he's not wrong in the fact that, like anything else, you just said, once you figure out where this is what's getting the likes, the takes, and it becomes clickbait, there are some talking heads out there of former players that, guess what? It's easy now to form a podcast to now be able to go out and they are shitting on some of those players and taking their own personal feelings out. And so when you look at the landscape of what sports shows have become, it has moved away from talking about the brilliance and excellence of sports. And LeBron using Taylor Swift, it is Taylor Swift this, if that's a word, and that the sports platforms, they're filled with stories about personal stuff and stuff that's not even about the game, and it's digging into the individual person's business. When if you do go back to the way sports used to be covered, we didn't know that much about our sports heroes' personal lives, who they date and whether they made. We didn't know these things, but it has become soap opera, reality TV, and those are the stories that get attention. And whoever made that statement, they're right.
Yeah, he was right. He was right on. And because I'm in quite a few sports groups, and I don't really do a lot of commenting in it because a lot of the topics are played out. It's the same old retread. It's really reality showish, and it just doesn't interest me. It doesn't even sparks me because it goes back to Black. You and I the same generation. We the same age. When we talk sports at the barbershop, we was really talking sports. We were arguing about who was the better team, who could, and it was just legit. It wasn't about dissing other players and this and that and who couldn't play in this area. We was really riding for our favorite players and teams. That's how we talk sports. But unfortunately, it's not like this because you got one side, you got people that love LeBron and those that hate him, and you got people that love MJ and hate him, and then you got generations this up. And it just right now, it's the sports landscape is so hostile and toxic, but again, that's what people want to watch. I remember you told me this, Black, and you were right. I remember when Mind the Game. You remember when LeBron and JJ Redick launched that show, and you basically said, "Man, I don't want to watch that." And I was like, "Man, I liked it because they were talking about the X's and O's." But I have to come back and humbly say you were right. I can tell you, people don't want to watch that. They don't want to watch real talk about the games and the analysis. They want to watch the LeBron James getting confronting Stephen A. Smith. That's the kind of crap they want to watch. They don't want to watch the good stuff. And it's hard to find a balance as a creator. Right. To do you want to sell your soul? Do you want to kind of do it? And that's just hard for me.
I agree.